Hi, this is Kares back with another part of Let's Clear the Wigs Out video. So the first one that I want to show you today, this is another one of the Carl Bembridge wigs. I did say I'd got a few. If you've watched the other video, you would have seen one of the black ones called Lele. This one has also got a lace front to it, and this one is called Lorena. Now, some of their wigs did have these like bra straps across them. I've taken mine out just because I didn't need it in there, but I have kept it. So this is a blonde mermaid style wig. It's really pretty. I love the waves on it. It's very natural looking. So that's a keep. That one could be worn as a proper wig. So if you were looking for a wig for hair loss, the Carl Bembridge ones are nice alternatives. They are slightly more higher end in terms of the cheaper wigs. They're not human hair, but they are high quality synthetic. So you will pay around about £120 for one. Sometimes you can find them cheaper, but generally that's about the mark price. Now this is a dark root that shades into like a copper. This is from the brand Shake and Go. That's another one of my favourite brands. I really like Shake and Go wigs. This one is not a lace front, but you'll see the difference between these and the other cosplay wigs that I've shown you in terms of the fringes. Because although this also has a fringe, it doesn't have that fake plasticky bit look in the middle, and you don't have the bits that sort of like the fringe stays in the middle and that's it and you have to spread it out. This one does actually look like proper hair. I've worn this quite a few times and got quite a lot of compliments from it. It's one of the few that I do like to see myself in a fringe with. So that's definitely a keep. The reason I keep the cosplay ones is because sometimes I just want something with a bit more colour in, and I don't mind if it doesn't necessarily look realistic. I take a lot of pictures for makeup on Instagram, and I do a lot of things like character makeup, so I'll try and make myself look like a character. Some of those characters may be cartoon characters, or there may be film characters who have outrageous colour hair and things like that, and that's why I keep my cheaper ones, because it's part of what I do. Now this is a brand that's called Clio, spelt with a K. I've no clue where it was originally from. The fibres on this feel different to normal wig fibres. It's almost got like a crimped texture to it, which I believe is because it's supposed to mimic sort of African type hair instead. It's brown and it's got loads of highlights through it and low lights, which I really like. You can't tell from it being on that it's got a slightly different texture. And to be honest, I don't mind the texture at all. It just gives it more of a natural look to it. It might even be that it's got a blend mix in it, and it might actually have some human in it. I don't know, because I got it off someone else, so I don't really know a lot about its history. I did trim the fringe on it a little bit because it was a bit long, and I like it a little bit shorter so I can actually see. But again, you've not got that fake scalp or the fact that the fringe stops about there. So that's a keep. This is another Shake and Go wig. I think it's also called SNG hair if you're looking for them online. It's got the darker roots and it fades into the lighter ends, so it's more like an ombre wig. This one does have a lace front around it, and it goes all the way to the ears, and it has got the combs in it. One's tried to use fabric conditioner on it to soften it in the past, and it's taken a few washes to get that nasty yickiness out of it, but I do think it needs to be done a few more times just to get it out properly. But it's really pretty and very natural looking. I like the ones that have the sort of random money piece lighter pieces through them as well, but the hairline on it is really nice. You can't see it's a wig. So if you were looking for something that is more realistic, Shake and Go are good wigs to go to. I'm not sure what the brand of this one is because it doesn't say. It's dark rooted and fades into caramel, a bit like the other one. It is a lace front, and the lace does go all the way around the top of it. It is that harder lace as well, which makes me think it might be sleek. The tag's been cut out, but looking at what's left of the tag, it does look like a sleek wig to me. Because they are known for having that sort of harder lace on some of the cheaper wigs. But the hair or fibre feels so nice on it. It does feel like actual hair. It's really pretty, and the hairline's really good on it. So you can see the lace in extreme light, but if I'd moved it up and blended it with the front of my fringe, you wouldn't even see it. So that's a keep. This one is very similar to the one that I've just worn, and this is a sleek wig. Again, it's got the lace front. It is lighter than the other one though. If you look at this shade compared to the other one was darker at the ends and this one's lighter. So although it is very similar to the other one, I am keeping both. This one was by a brand I hadn't tried before. This is from Motown Wigs, and I really like it. They go under Motown Tress, and they are Futura fibre, which is the better quality fibre. It has got the lace, and it's the soft lace that goes all the way around in the combs. And this is a brown wavy one, which I really love. It's just very easy. You can throw it on and just go, and you don't have to do anything with it. It's really pretty. It's got the little shorter curls at the front to give it some definition, which I may have cut in myself, I can't remember. But it's just a real natural, easy throw on brown wig, and I love it. Especially when I want longer hair. Now this one is a Wig Warehouse one. This is classed as one of their cosplay ones. It does say that on their website. It's high and it's styled so that it's in a beehive. The reason I have it is for either doing retro looks, for retro makeup. But the other reason I have it is because I really like to use it for cosplay looks as well. It does take a little bit of playing with to get it right. Think Fembot in Austin Powers with a pink frilly dress. I have straightened the fringe a little bit on it because when it came it was a little bit all over the place like that, and so I just straightened it a little bit because you can straighten their wigs as well. But that's the purpose of that one. That is a fun wig, and I am keeping it for my cosplays. This one is a Webster wig. Webster Wigs is another UK brand. They are known for doing high quality lace fronts. Again, they are slightly more pricey than some. But when I say pricey, talking in the range of £60 instead of 120. So maybe mid-range, I'd say. You can get some cheaper for around about 30, 40. But again, the quality is going to be different. This one has got the lace all the way round. So it's got ear to ear lace. And the colour on this one is just beautiful. It is what it says it is, salted caramel. So you've got this gorgeous kind of coppery, browny shade with the darkened roots. It's really nice quality. The only thing I'm not keen on with this wig is the lace. I do find that their lace is quite dark, and it doesn't necessarily look as natural. But again, I'm probably going to dye the lace so that it's less visible. I think the idea is they use darker lace so it blends in with the roots better. This is another lace front brown one that I've got. The lace does go all the way around from ear to ear on this one as well. I can't remember whether I got it off someone or whether it was a shine wig. But I love the wig. It's really pretty. The roots are really natural on it. I can never decide if I like being a brunette or dark haired more or light. It just depends on my mood. But why be one when you can be both? Some of the things that are hard for people that do wear wigs is trying different colours. Because if you're not used to being a different colour, it can be a bit intimidating. And I think that puts people off sometimes. But the beauty of having wigs is you can be different colours, and if you don't like it, you just take it off and put another one on. So I think it's worth the try, and the waves on this are so subtle and it's really pretty. But literally I'll wear this out and you can't tell it's a wig. That lace is practically invisible. So that one and the one before are both keep wigs. This is from another one of my favourite brands you've seen before. This is a Bobby Boss wig. It's got lace all the way around it. I have cut the lace back quite a lot on this one. But it's got this nice ashy, I can't tell if it's a blonde or a grey. It's a bit hard to distinguish. But it's really nice. It's got lovely waves in it. Dark roots, which I love. Natural looking lace. So it's a keeper. The tag has been cut out of this one, but I think looking at it, it said it's a wig, but I'm not completely sure. So it could have been from itsawig.com. It has got lace, but it's only at the part with this one, so the lace only goes from there to there. It's not all the way around. Now this has got that fake skin scalp, but because it's slightly darker, it doesn't look as obvious, and I prefer that. If I find a similar one that I've got in a full lace front, I'll probably get rid of this one. This one was from Diamond Wigs, and it's long and blonde. It's got really, really good lace on it. It's a really nice quality one, and it does go ear to ear. The only thing I found on this one was that it was a little bit light on its own. And so what I did was I took some wig spray, which you can buy, like a root spray. And I just sprayed the roots to make them a little bit darker. Now that does wash out, so when I wash the wig again, which you don't have to do every time you wear it, but when I do wash it, that spray will come out. But I can just respray it back in if I want to, because I think it looks a bit better with a slightly darker root. Makes it look more natural. But it's a very pretty wig. So that's a keep. This is an Amazon wig. I'm not actually sure which seller it was from, but it is a lace front. And it is lace all the way round. This one already comes with darker roots anyway. And this is really pretty. Looking at this one and the Diamond Wigs, they're quite similar. So I might actually get rid of the Diamond Wigs one and keep this one, just because I like darker roots on my wigs. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the wig. It's beautiful and it's really nice quality, but I'm not sure I need two that similar. Now this is a lace pink one that I got, a flamingo pink with darker roots. It's like a bob. I can't remember if it was Besh Wigs or not, but I do remember it was a synthetic human blend. So it's a blend of human and synthetic. Now it was designed to be an angled bob, so it's slightly longer on one side than the other. That is on purpose. That's the style of the wig. But the lace front's amazing on it. It's really good quality. So I'll be keeping that one. Just show you the lace on this. It does go all the way around. So this one is from Blonde Unicorn store, which was on AliExpress. This is just the part that's lace here, so it's literally just that bit there. This was one of the first times I tried a blonde wig on instead. And I was really shocked at how good it looked, as in natural, the wig itself. Because for a cheaper wig, the part looks really realistic, even though it's the skin top part. It's got really pretty waves. And that little bit of lace there makes a huge difference to the parting. So I'll be keeping this one for now. I am noticing as I'm going through them though that I've got a lot of similar ones. So when I find two that are almost identical, I will get rid of one of them. This is another sleek wig. And this again is just the part that's lace. So it's not lace all the way around. So it would have been one of the cheaper ones. It's a pretty wig, but it's very close to the other one that I've just got and tried on. So this one, because it doesn't have the darker roots, I'll be selling on. This was a really light platinum blonde one that I've got with darker roots. I don't actually know if the roots have been sprayed on this or not, because it looks to me that there might be root spray on them, and it's maybe when I washed it, it comes off. I don't know. I can't remember if I actually put root spray on it or not. But it has got lace all the way around, so it goes ear to ear with the lace. And it's got that really nice quality cap with it. But this one is really lovely. You can just chuck it on and go. I'm not sure whether I like it or not, so it's going to be on the maybe pile for now. I've got another Lush wig here. This is another one of their lace fronts. It's got lace all the way around. Now with this one, the roots are slightly darker because I have actually coloured them myself, so it doesn't come naturally with the darker roots. But I wanted to give it a bit of a dimensional effect, and so I just added a bit of dark into the roots. It's really nice style, very wavy. It does need a little bit of TLC because it's been sitting in the bag for a while now, so it just needs those curls separating. I don't want to brush it too much because I don't want to brush the curls out, so sometimes it's better to just separate them with your fingers instead. But it's really pretty. This is one of my favourite Kesh wigs. This one's called Christina, and it's a blonde wig with darker roots that has all underneath this brown. It's really pretty. It's a full lace wig as well. You can tell it's one of the newer Kesh wigs because it's now got the Kesh wig sewn into it. This one I have cut because it came all the way down to here, which was really pretty. But I found that the brown was lost and you couldn't see all that beautiful brown underneath it. And so I've cut mine, and I've cut the blonde a little bit shorter in places so that you can see the brown mixed in there. And I really love it. It's a beautiful wig. It's one of my favourites. I took this one on holiday with me and I wore it quite a lot. This is a really white lace front. I don't know the brand, it doesn't say. But the lace goes all the way around ear to ear. The reason I got this wig was for an Elsa cosplay from Frozen, because I have the dress and I had a cheap wig, but I wanted the whiter wig. And with this one, it can be worn down or it can be plaited into the Elsa style. Because the parting's free, you can move it around a little bit. But although I got it mainly for the cosplay, I really like the colour of it. I like the fact that it's really white. So I'll be keeping that. This is another sleek wig. And this is one of the earlier ones I got. One of the first wigs I ever owned that was lace front. It's got the ear-to-ear lace. This is the softer lace, so this is one of their better quality ones. I think it might be from their Spotlight ones, but I'm not sure. It's got the darker roots and fades into pink. It's really pretty. I love this one. This is one of the ones that has had a lot of wear and will continue to get wore. But it's in really nice condition considering it's an older wig. As long as you keep it washed and brushed, it stays really nice. So the fibres on it are really good quality. So that's definitely a keep. This is another Webster Wigs one. Now this is in their shade Frosted Peach. It's ear-to-ear lace. The caps, but they are big. So if you've got a very small head, they can be difficult to wear. I don't mind the extra room in mine. I just pull the things at the back tighter to compensate. But they are good if you have a big head. It's an unusual shade. It has a slight, very slight tingy peach to it. But it's mainly blonde with roots. Now it has got that darker lace at the front that I don't usually like, but because the roots are so dark on this, it actually blends in quite well. And because of the style of it, because you can sweep the fringe over on this one as well, you can't actually see the lace at all, so it doesn't matter. And it's a nice length as well, it's not too long. I don't believe I actually cut this one. I think it was already that length. But it's very natural looking. It's got a really nice balayage ombre to it. That's a keep. This is another Kesh one. This is Ivory Tusk. It's got the darker roots and it fades into this really nice ivory colour. I think I straightened mine a bit because it had a bit of a wave to it. So it doesn't naturally come like this. I think this one's actually discontinued now, which is a shame because it's a really nice wig. But I think there are similar styles on the side. I straightened the fringe quite a bit on it so that it sort of sticks out a bit. And I think I cut it as well so that these bits were shorter. You can, I've kept them long enough that I can put them underneath the wig if I choose to, so that it looks more natural. But I really love the colour. Now this isn't a lace front, but again it looks really natural on, so you wouldn't look at it and go, oh, that's a wig. This wig is by Castaway Beauty, which is a UK site that I believe is closed down, but at least the last time I went on it, the site wasn't showing as being active anymore, which is a shame because I had some really nice quality wigs. They were quite well known because some of the celebrities were wearing their wigs in the UK, and so they got quite big, but I haven't seen them active for a while. This one is called Blonde Smoke because it's blonde with kind of like a grey tone to it, but it has got the darker roots to it. It is the ear-to-ear lace front as well. It's more the ventilated style of cap, but it's a really comfortable one to wear. It has got a slightly larger cap as well. So again, I'd say if you've got a petite head, it's probably not for you, because there are still some around second hand. But I really like the colour on this one. Sometimes on the camera they all look like they're the same colour, but this is different. It has just got that sort of grey tone to it, and it's got quite natural lace as well. So that's another keep. It is a grey graduated bob. It did start its life out a lot longer, but I cut it, and this was from Amazon. It is a lace front and it is ear to ear lace. And you can see it sort of comes down into a graduated bob. That was actually cut by me. I'm not doing very well on getting rid of them though. No human probably needs this many wigs. This is a hair cube wig. Hair cubes wigs are mostly known for being quite realistic looking with the fake scalps and the fringes. But this one is actually one of their lace front wigs, which I didn't know at one point they even did, but they have started doing lace fronts. This one I really love. And it's got the darker roots and it goes into the balayage blonde, but it fades in really well. Like the ombre on it's really good. I would say the lace on this is quite good, but you can see clearly there the stitching, which is a bit annoying, but because of the way the hair falls you can't actually see it, so it doesn't really matter. If that was visible I wouldn't keep it. So that's that one, which I'm keeping for now. This is a ginger wavy bob. It is lace front and it does go all the way around to the ears. I don't know the brand because the person I got it from didn't know the brand either. But it's a really pretty wig. I do have another one similar to this that is Belle Tress, and I wasn't going to keep them both, but this one is actually a lot longer and a different shade. The Belle Tress one is more of a red, whereas this is more of a brown, like an Albany shade, and so I've kept it for that reason. I think it might be sleek, if I'm not 100% sure. I've got another hair cube one here. This is another one with a lace front, but with this one it doesn't have that same lace with the machine in. This is proper lace, and I like this one a lot better than the other one, so I'll probably keep this one and then get rid of the other one. It does need a bit of a straighten, but other than that it's really pretty. I deliberately cut these bits shorter so I got a bit of a fringe with it. That was on purpose because I like mine to have a bit of a fringe, but it's nice. So that's kind of made the decision on that other one now. Because I've got this one, I'm going to get rid of the other one. Thanks for watching. The next part will be coming soon because I can't do them all in one go because of how many there is. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you do, please give it a like and also sign up and subscribe with a little bell. Check out my Instagram and also check out my TikTok as well, which I will add into the details below. Thanks for watching.